Hello, my name is Jasmine McDonald. Welcome to my YouTube channel. If you're new here, I post ballet and fitness related videos every single Tuesday, Thursday, and now Sunday. And if you're also new here, hello, you may as well hit subscribe because you're already here anyways. Like I said before, I produce ballet and fitness related content, and on this channel, I did promise you guys I would do a monthly Q&A, little monthly Q&A with a ballerina. So I post it on my Instagram story as well as my YouTube channel. Why don't we get ahead and get started into this Q&A? First of all, I need to show you guys my secret. I'm obsessed with sloths. I love sloths. Anyways, let's get started into today's Q&A. First question comes from Pilates Mama 2021. Tips for building a good routine. That's a really awesome question, and the way I'd answer it is look into what you're doing already, and instead of thinking I'm gonna change this, think of what you can replace an old, not as good habit with a better habit. That's what I always tell to my clients. Let's say you stay up all night looking on your phone until 11 p.m. and instead of saying I'm not gonna do that and making it negative, you can replace it with a positive habit. So replace your negative habits or the habits you want to change with something positive. Something like, I want to drink less pop. Instead of drinking less pop, think I'm going to replace my pop every single day or every few days with water or with a glass of lemonade or a smoothie, something a little bit healthier maybe. Same thing, instead of eating junk food, I'm going to replace it with having 2 pieces of fruit a day. So that's what I would start with. And now in terms of building a routine, what I love doing is writing out my plan every single day on Xenia on my iPad app. And this is not sponsored by Xenia at all. I would love if it was, but it's totally not. I genuinely just love the app because it's free, which a lot of planning apps aren't. And you can also keep track of your hourly schedule. And I just find it's a really great way to stay organized on my iPad, and I take it with me everywhere that I go. And I just feel super organized and ready for the day. That also inspires me to plan out healthier habits within my routine. So for example, I can go ahead and go into my Xenia app right now. And once you open the app, there's a ton of different journals that you can actually pick through. And the one that I have is called Basic, and it has a ton of different planners, so you can plan out your day for a weekly planner. You can also move these around, which is really cool, so I can move my notes around if I don't want the notes, and I write everything down in my Apple Pen. Now, the one that I really like to use is my daily planner because it has from 1 a.m. until 12 a.m. And how often is it that you actually find a schedule that goes from that time span to the end of the actual day? I find they're always 9 to 5. I don't work a 9 to 5 job. I actually end at like 9 o'clock at night most nights, so it's really helpful to have this. It also has some goal planning within it. In the beginning, like any other planner, has a monthly planner that I keep all of my information in and all of my to-do lists in. And it also has this daily health planner. So yeah, that's how I would start building a routine. Really set a schedule. If you need to write it out physically, go get a planner from Winners, Walmart. You can get really inexpensive ones, even on Amazon. I'll put down a few in my link and description box down below of some Amazon ones that I really recommend. Planning out your days, sticking to it. If you can, journaling as well. I'm not a huge journaler, and I used to be. However, I prefer just writing down my schedule and verbally talking to myself about how I'm feeling. I don't know, maybe that's kind of weird. Now I sound crazy. But anyways, yeah, building a schedule and replacing old habits with healthy habits. Next question. Also, I was the tuning girl with the question about toots, haha. And I stayed in ballet because of you. That's so sweet. I'm so happy to hear. Yeah, don't let anything like that keep you out of doing what you love. I mean, that's like saying, I don't want to do music because I have acne and I don't want people to see my face. Like, no! Who cares, right? If those people aren't paying your bills, don't pay them any kind of mind. That's what RuPaul said, I'm pretty sure. Next question, tips for building a strong tummy for ballet. That's a really, really good question as well. And I have a lot of videos down that I'll put in my link and description box down below as well of how to keep a really strong core. So a strong core is not just doing sit-ups and doing a plank to get those 6-pack abs. A core really sustains your posture. It helps you digest better as well. So within having a strong core, it not only helps your dancing, but it also helps your entire lifestyle. It helps you sleep better. So tips, I will put some workouts down below. Definitely working out regularly, drinking plenty of water, and keeping in mind your posture even when you're sitting. I know I've been sitting like this because I'm terrible, but keeping in mind your posture when you're standing, sitting, when you're working at a desk. Try to sit on a bouncy ball when you're working at your desk, or get one of those standing desks if you can. Sometimes if I'm working a while and I'm sitting like this, editing on my computer, I'll just stretch it out a couple times, do a couple leg lowers, and then come back up and remind my core to just stay firing on all the time. It's really important to keep your posture, not only for your core health, but also your back health and your gut health. So yeah, I'll put some workouts down below that I really recommend. They're also my workouts, so you'll be supporting my channel by doing them. Drinking plenty of water and keeping your posture in check all the time. Especially for ballet, a lot of exercises I find that are typical core exercises aren't really applicable to dance. They're not that functional. So a lot of the exercises that I'll have in my workouts down here are actually quite functional. For example, a lot of fitness industry people tend to do these curls at the machine, right? And those are great to get abs, but for stability, they're not amazing. So practicing balance and stability in yoga and Pilates really helped me. Next question, are those dancer leotard things you wear comfortable? I have a hate and love relationship with these leotards because some of them can be very, very, very comfortable. I'll also put my leotard hauls in the cards up here as well as in the link in description. I wear them pretty much every day, so I've gotten used to them, but when I was a kid, that feeling I really didn't like. I didn't like the feeling of tights, I didn't like the feeling of leotard. I really hated going to ballet as a kid because I hated the feeling of wearing tights and a leotard. However, as you get used to it, it's more comfortable and it kind of feels like a swimsuit all the time, especially if you wear tights on top, which I know you shouldn't. I said this before, do not wear tights on top if you're auditioning. Long answer short, they're pretty comfortable once you get used to them. Next question, would you say ballet is a good job? I would say it is an amazing job. It's a dream job, it really is. I mean, a lot of people go to school thinking that they're going to be a doctor, that they're going to be a lawyer, all these kinds of things. And ballet is kind of one of those, no, it doesn't seem like it's real, right? Nobody thinks it's a real job, even when they tell people that I used to be a ballerina, and it's like, it's amazing. It really, really is. You get to inspire people, you inspire yourself, you work on yourself, you better yourself, like you're always getting better. It's like any other job. With ballet, it's so different because it's your body. It's not just a paper that you're sending in, although that's just as rewarding. You see the changes within your body, like you get a nicer line, or you can lift your leg higher, suddenly you can jump even higher, you can turn more. So hitting all those milestones is really, really inspirational, not just to me, but I find a lot of other dancers think the same thing. It's really inspirational to yourself to see yourself improve over time. And a lot of the time as dancers, we forget that that happens because we're always told we're not good enough. When you watch videos of yourself younger, you'll notice a difference. Even me, I'm not dancing professionally at the moment right now, but I watched videos from like 2 years ago and I was so not strong and I feel way stronger than I did before. So you're always growing, always evolving. It's something you're never going to perfect, just like anything. Nobody is humanly perfect. However, it's your whole body doing the work. It's so incredibly rewarding. It's not just your body, I know this sounds cheesy as heck, also your soul, your personality. You put your personality into your dancing, right? Not everybody looks the exact same. And that's the reason that dancing is so special as well. Just like any art form. Like you can't put Picasso and Monet next to each other and say, yeah, they're both just the exact same kind of art. They're totally not. They have completely different personalities. It's the same with dancers. Different personalities, different movements, different qualities, different everything, literally everything. And I love ballet, especially the emotional aspect when you achieve a goal that you've been working so hard on, especially when your teacher recognizes it. It, however, does not pay amazingly, depending on the company that you go to. And I'm completely transparent here, the company that I went to did not pay that well. That's also relative to where I was living. For example, if I was living in Toronto, my salary probably would have gone all to rent, but where I was living at the time in Romania, maybe a quarter of my salary went to rent, which is still pretty good. How old are you? I am 25 years old. I'm turning 26 this year. Oof. When you're in the studio like this, are there private changing rooms or is it set up like high school locker room? It is set up like a high school locker room. I guess there's a public changing room and then there's also bathrooms that if you felt uncomfortable changing in front of people, you can just go into the bathroom. That's what I would have done. Where did your tutu come from? I get this question a lot on my TikTok as well. And if you guys aren't following my TikTok, it is JASSSOME. I don't wear this tutu very often in my videos. I wear it a lot in my TikToks and my Instagrams, but I think when I go to the studio today, I'll bring it with me just for fun. I love wearing my tutu. This one's custom that we had to get when we were in ballet school. We had to get it. It was mandatory and we got it when we were in grade 9 or grade 10. They fitted it to us. They took in our measurements for our waist, for our hips, for the leg part, literally everything. So it is completely custom, handmade within the wardrobe department at Canada's National Ballet School. And every single girl had to get this because we not only wore this for rehearsals or for shows, but we also wore them for partnering, for point work, just to get used to it because they're really preparing us for a professional world where you have to wear tutus and get used to partnering girls with tutus because it's a huge difference. I mean, imagine being a boy and you're working with a girl and you're turning her, lifting her like this with nothing around this area, just a leotard and tights, and then she goes on stage and wears this huge giant thing. So yeah, these were definitely mandatory, a lot for the boys, but also for the girls, because it's a lot to get used to. So long answer short, this is a custom tutu that I got from ballet school, and it's really, really well made. It has wires and everything, and is all sewn together, and it's really pretty. Quick question, what brand and style of pink tights are you wearing? I think the tights that I wear are body wrappers. Those are the ones I always go to, just because they sell them in the showroom, and that's where I always just refill my cart pretty much every time I shop there. I just say, okay, what did I get last time? They say, you got this. I'm like, great, send it over. Someone asked, do you ever get Charlie horse in your feet? Literally all the time. I get Charlie horses in my feet when I'm not expecting to. Like, I don't get them when I'm dancing, but if I'm standing there for a long period of time and I'm trying to hold my balance, oh my god, my bottom foot cramps. It's really funny. Like, my feet don't really cramp when I'm doing really fast dégagés or frappés or anything that's working doesn't cramp, if that makes sense, but the foot that I'm standing on cramps a whole ton, especially when I would be standing in line during like Swan Lake or during Sleeping Beauty. My bottom foot was dying. So yeah, those are all the questions that you guys asked me for this month. I am looking forward to answering your questions next month. By the time this video goes up, hopefully I'm not too late. I know it's January 24th, so I am a little bit late filming this. Thank you again so much for watching and asking your wonderful questions. I hope you have a great rest of your day. Stay safe, and bye now.